स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे। स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. After your talk on Vishwamitra's enlightenment, it seems that Rajasic energy is not all that bad. Maybe that is why you are serving us such spicy hot foods to rise our Rajas. Of course, I am joking. I know that the Indian diet, as we know it today, is more the influence of Portuguese and British than Ayurveda. Surely our diet is not the Portuguese or British influence, it is Ayurvedic diet. In the other day I was reading an article, the whole world, Andhra is the state where lowest stomach problems is recorded, because of the spice and chili they use in the food. So, understand, it's surely Ayurvedic, not the influence of. They might have come and gone, but our masters are so intelligent. They created a system with such a strong understanding. Again and again, the understanding stood back, prevailed. I don't say Rajasic energy is that bad, but it should have the courage and the good qualities which Vishwamitra had. Even though Vishwamitra had so many bad qualities, he had one thing, the courage and the intensity. God, there's a big question. Could you please prioritize the following to lead a happy, Ananda life for a normal human being? Health, family, wealth, human relationships, friendship, job, profession, spirituality, religion, charity, compassion, intelligence. Oh, first thing, if I have to prioritize, I'll put all of them in a horizontal line. Means all this has to be given priority and much more. Understand this priority concept, putting one in front of the other. A small story, little dirty, it's okay. I'll tell only story. If you want, we can make it dirty, that's all. Two elderly persons traveling in the British train along with their pet. One young gentleman entered, sat just opposite to their seat. This elderly pair was taking care of their pet. Suddenly, I don't know what that pet thought, it jumped on him, on that young guy, young passenger, and pissed. Now it is very embarrassing. But this lady did not bother to say sorry or please excuse me, nothing. Straight away she picked up her pet back and started saying, "Oh, I think you have some problem, stomach problem, I should take care of you." Did not even look at that young man. Anyhow, that guy just had little patience. He kept quiet. Again, after 1 hour, this dog jumped on him and vomited. Again, this lady took the pet. "Oh, I think you have stomach problem also. I thought you have only bladder problem. Now you have stomach problem also. I should give you some medication." She's again pampering the pet, did not bother to tell a sorry or even a smile. Did not even had a courage or respect to give the eye contact. Anyhow, he thought, all right. Somehow he managed. After 1 hour, again, the dog jumped on him. And now what he would have done, you know. I don't have to tell. Now it is too much. That guy thought, now it is too much. He just picked up that pet and threw out of the window. All this time, the old man was keeping quiet. Now he got up and said, "You fool, you threw the wrong person out of the window." Understand? Whenever you pick up and throw out of the window, you always throw wrong person out of the window. Choosing is suffering. Don't think you are choosing suffering. Choosing is suffering. Whenever you prioritize, be very clear, you are choosing suffering. I've always seen people who choose something and put their life towards it, they ended up in always invariably suffering. Even if you choose enlightenment and put that in priority, push everything out, you will be ending up in suffering. Understand? Life as such is flowing in all dimension. Continuously it is flowing in all dimension. Enlightenment means allowing that natural flow through your body without creating conflicts. The moment you start planning for this prioritizing, you already created conflict. You already created conflict. Enlightenment never happens to a person who chooses enlightenment. It happens to a person who decides, who chooses choicelessness. Understand, there is a important understanding. Thousands of years, lakhs of, I can say even millions of seekers are struggling. Only few achieve. The reason is, again, you have some idea about enlightenment and try to work for that. Unfortunately, the side effect of enlightenment is not enlightenment. You always see only the side effect of enlightenment, byproduct of enlightenment when you see the living masters. Your idea or greed about enlightenment is built seeing the enlightened master's lifestyle and the quality and the energy, and you do not understand the secret. It is only a side effect or byproduct. That is not exactly enlightenment. Just the same mistake Vishwamitra did. Same mistake Vishwamitra did. Vishwamitra, what he did? He saw Vasishtha being respected everywhere. He thought enlightenment will bring that. And he wants to have that. He started working for it. He missed it. He should have decided to have the exact state which Vasishtha had, not the status. One more small understanding, but very important understanding. Whenever you feel ecstasy or bliss, if you look little deep, those few moments you are in choicelessness. You are just relaxed, at ease with whatever is happening. The moment you choose to be in that same ecstasy, you have chosen suffering. If you don't choose anything, the choicelessness, continuously bliss flows through you. But the moment any choice is made, you are choosing only suffering. Do not choose. Do not prioritize. This prayer, sometime I will also tell you, because there is no other word, I will tell, let the enlightenment be your first priority. It means, now itself let me give you the meaning. It means allow all the energy expression which is happening in you without blocking or disturbing. I have seen people who chose enlightenment or their concept of enlightenment and renounce the wealth or something else, forever they will be missing that. For enlightenment, all you need to do is renounce what you don't have. You are living with so many illusory things, visualizations, fantasies, and greed, and fear, worry. Many things which are not part of your life, they are hurting. They are being inside your mental plane and hurting. Taking those things out or renouncing them is enlightenment. I want all of you to understand, you are like a different layer. The physical body is your physical layer, first layer. The mental layer, your dreams, visualizations, desires, greed, passion, fear, and the spiritual layer, the idea which you think or remember as you. Like this, you are there as layer by layer. All you need to do, that center spiritual layer, which you think as you, should be allowed to touch the physical layer without the disturbance of this mental layer. So the most of the renunciation, at least I can say 80% of the renunciation is supposed to happen in the mental layer. Here, if you start prioritizing, you will start renouncing physically. Means you will start pushing other things physically. No. That is no way going to help. That is no way going to help. Start pushing things from the mental layer. Your mind needs to be emptied, not your physical day-to-day routine. Your day-to-day physical life does not need to get emptied, does not need to go through any alteration, does not need to go through any big change. Only your mental layer, the things which you accumulated too much unnecessarily in that layer, needs to go through a big change. Only that needs to have more clarity. Understand, in this whatever you wrote, nothing needs to be put in the front or back. All you need to do is put things which are not required in your mind to your back or to the backyard itself. I am not looking for a guru or any techniques. I love to come here to be in your presence and listen to your discourses. Is this okay with you? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Come and sit. But one thing I want to tell you, if you are really serious that you should not have a guru, you should not have a technique, then you are taking a risk, because any time the power of the Master's presence is such, your mind will be changed. Understand? If you say, as of now I am not looking, if it happens, okay, then okay, be here. If you say, no, I am not looking and I don't want, then you are in a place where you may suddenly change. Suddenly you may see one day yourself with mala and bracelet and kumkum and your car will have be unclutched lifebliss.org. That is the mala for car. I went to the gallery and asked, what is this? That was the first thing I also saw on the number plate thing. It says, be unclutched, www.lifebliss.org. I said, what is this? They said, no, it's a mala for car, Swamiji. To initiate car. I said, all right. Understand? So, who you think entered inside thinking that they need a guru or a technique? When people came inside, they thought only, oh, it feels very good. It feels really wonderful. Let's go and sit. That is the way they came and sat. Suddenly, when they opened their eyes and saw, they are sitting with mala and doing All right. Anyhow, you are welcome. And I'll note down the date and the letter card. Let me see how many days it takes. If you are really serious that you don't want a guru or don't want any technique, then better you should not even go to YouTube. Means I have seen many people to come and sit here. There may be so many other reasons, but they'll go into the YouTube and start seeing the discourse and clippings. So even they can start inspiring you. Beware of. Okay. My intention is to be enlightened being, and that is the reason why I meditate. During last 12 months, as I surrendered my life to the higher purpose, my finances became completely unbalanced and source of great frustration and pain. Any advice? You would have prioritized. You would have done the same mistake of the other person, prioritizing. Understand? Why we prioritize, so that you don't have to be spontaneous and alive, answering and responding every problem which you face every day. If you prioritize and throw away the economical part or family part or relationship part, suddenly you think, oh, all these problems are not going to come every day. Understand? Throwing things out of your fear does not mean your intensity towards enlightenment has become strong. Emptying your inner space does not mean the right furnitures have come inside. No. Many times, just emptying happens, but in the process of emptying, you put all the other junk things inside. I have seen the process of emptying, you burn the whole thing, and you forget. When you burn, furnitures may disappear from your inner space, but that black smoke will settle down. The dark black smoke will settle down in your inner space. Do not choose. Choosing is because you need to. Why choosing, You are not courageous enough or intelligent enough to spontaneously respond to every situation which comes up. So, before the situations come, you sit and plan now itself and prioritize, throw off things, keep off things. Understand? Exactly, enlightenment is opposite to it. Enlightenment is preparing all the tools, all the weapons for wonderful life, keeping it ready and waiting for any situation to come and inviting more and more situations to come to express your courage and face it. Having shastras, knowledge weapons, and ready to face the life spontaneously is enlightenment. When you do the other way, dropping many situations which brings challenges to you and try to think you are working for enlightenment is cheating you and others. Do not prioritize. Do not try to avoid situations, have more and more clarity, more and more understanding, more and more knowledge weapons, shastras, spontaneously decide. Why do you think people decide early itself? I have seen people deciding. Swamiji, I have decided to say no to money. Means you are just deciding. You are not going to face the problems related to that. No, that's not going to work. That is not going to help. Get ready. Have more and more knowledge weapon, clarity, create and face every situation with this knowledge, with this clarity, and be balanced. Then the enlightenment will start happening in you. Then you are living enlightenment. Live all your dimensions without disturbing you and others with knowledge weapons is living enlightenment. Not avoiding anything, prioritizing anything, choosing something, or throwing something away. No.